Hello guys, my name is Minh, a teacher at Courage Ielts, and welcome back to another Ielts speaking sample, Band 9, on the topic of making important decisions. Let's first start with Ielts speaking part 2. Here's today's cue card. Describe an important decision that you made with the help of other people. You should say what the decision was, why you made the decision, who helped you make that decision, and how you felt about it. You'll have 1 minute to prepare, and this is what I've managed to write down on a piece of paper, and I'll rely on it to carry out my 2-minute speech. Let's get started. A life-altering decision I had to make with the advice of my mom was when I was about to take part in a university entrance exam. It was a really tough decision because at that time, I was pretty much clueless about who I wanted to become in the future. And my mom was the closest to me, so I decided to consult her before making this decision. To be honest, she gave me some really sound advice. She told me to lean on my strengths and focus on what I truly excel at. After this enlightening conversation, I realized that I needed to choose a major that aligned with my forte if I wanted to maximize my chances of success. At that moment, I was rock solid with my decision, and when the enrollment form was handed over to me, I immediately jotted down 10 universities, all offering English majors. And the rest is history. I got the chance to study a major that I was good at. During my years in university, I got praised a lot by my friends and teachers thanks to my great academic performance. I always volunteered to be the group leader. I was really confident when making presentations and delegating tasks to each team member when we were doing a group project. As a result, I got the respect of everyone. Another memorable moment for me was when I won the first prize in the debate competition, and I just seized this momentum and developed a career out of it. I've never had to work a 9-to-5 job a day in my life, and I get by quite comfortably on my current income. All of this is possible thanks to my mom's advice. Let's move on to speaking part 3. First question, do you think that children sometimes have to make important decisions? Absolutely. They should be allowed the freedom to make important choices from time to time because it builds confidence and independence. If parents restrict their children from making important decisions all the time, they won't be able to thrive in later stages of their lives, as they will always seek their parents' approval. And parents are human beings as well, so they won't be able to make the right decision at every turn for their children. It will limit their potential and is detrimental to their future academic and professional career. Second question, what important decisions do teenagers need to make after graduation? A vital decision that all high school graduates have to make is determining the path forward. The best path is objective and only tailored to that specific individual. Some might want to take a gap year to clear their mind or get a full-time job to see what the job market is actually like. Others might want to pursue tertiary education, which sets the perfect foundation for their future career, all of which come down to that person's needs and goals. Nếu như các bạn thích các IELTS speaking sample như thế này thì hãy like and subscribe to my channel so I can create higher quality content in the future. Thank you very much. Who can children turn to for help when making a decision? The most obvious answer is their parents because parents act in the best interests of their children. They're the closest to them, so I assume that they know what's best for their children. For example, when children are struggling to decide which new hobby to pick up, parents can jump in, assess their strengths and weaknesses to give the appropriate recommendation. Next question, do you think advertisements can influence our decisions when shopping? Of course, they've been proven to be really effective in convincing us to buy products. That's why all companies utilize adverts. With advanced algorithms that track our online behavior and search history, targeted adverts are an extremely potent tool that taps into our unconscious mind and influences our buying decisions. A clear example of this is that a shoe company might notice that you're into shoes right now, and it just launches advertisements left, right, and center. And before long, you might find yourself ordering a new pair. Do you think the influence of advertising is good? It boils down to the nature of the advertisements. If they're targeted at children, trying to persuade them to eat an excessive amount of junk food, then these adverts are net negative for society. On the other hand, if it's an educational product that motivates people to study, then they're extremely beneficial for society as it will make everyone more productive. How do people usually make important decisions? The way I see this is that before making a life-altering decision, people usually seek advice from the people around them first, instead of hastily deciding on their own. This makes it more likely that their decision is correct because it's backed up by everyone. However, no matter how much time you spend on consulting others, decisions aren't foolproof, but it's best to do your due diligence. That's the end of the video. You might want to click that bell button down below so that you don't miss out on my future uploads. I'm grateful for your support and see you in the next video.